My name is Mike Lemons. I am the agriculture and horsemanship instructor at Odessa College. Today we're going to do a small video on the basic type of roping head and heel as far as team roping using a dummy and live horses. We've got some students here that are going to help us out with this program. We'll be introducing the rest of the cowboys.
My name's Tyler Reese. This is my second year at OC. I'm on the rodeo team and I team rope and calf rope.
My name is Mike Tinson. This is my second year at OC. I'm just an ag student. My name's Omar Alvarado. This is my first year at OC and I'm on the rodeo team.
My name is Jennifer Pomeroy. This is my second year here. I'm doing horsemanship for this class, and I'm also in the culinary club.
My name is Rodney Garcia. It's my first year at OC and I team rope.
And I am Hannah Hall, the videographer. And I am the third year at Odessa College. I will graduate in May, and I am an agriculture student.
I'm going to explain to you about the basic rope in general. Your main focus point, I guess, will be the loop, and this is what you'll use to swing your rope. Common mistake people may make is like somebody who's never picked up a rope before will grab a rope and they'll start swinging it like this, but as soon as you swing it, because you don't have any spoke, your loop is going to close up on you. So next you'll have your spoke in right here, and when you hold onto your spoke, you're just going to have your basic loop, and then it'll curl back into your whole entire rope, and you'll just bring the two together and cross it over in your hand like this. And I usually keep mine about a foot and a half down, and allows you to feed your rope, make your loop bigger, make it smaller depending on your steer. Next is the slack in between your rope, and you usually, basic rule of thumb, it will be like you want enough for in between your shoulders. So then for people who do feed their rope, when they feed their rope and it comes tight, you'll have your slack in between tight right here to swing. And you can use that as kind of leverage to swing your rope. And then your coils, it just depends. Usually I carry four coils, and it just allows me to lay them flat in my hand. So then as they come through, they can come off easily and they don't get crisscrossed. And then you move into the tail of your rope. And you always leave your tail of your rope hanging down over the left side of your horse so that it's basically out of the way and you don't have any trouble with it. You can't get it caught in your dowlet or anything like that. And that's basic parts of the rope.
The correct way to hold your reins and hold your rope, you want to grab your reins like this, keep your thumb up out of the way, and you grab your coils with your 4 fingers like this. You always want to keep your thumb up. So when you rope, you don't want to get them coils on your thumb and want to get your thumb cut off. Swing like this, keep your, this way you can correct your horse and take it any way you can.
To rope the steer, he's going to be off of the left hip of the steer. He's got his rope ready, got his reins ready. He's actually roping in a split rein. Normally we rope in a roping rein so we don't have things hanging down that get caught up. Okay, so I want you to stand up and rope the steer and then down. Okay, every time you practice, you want to be able to rope, get up there, rope your steer, and dally on the horn. It's just as important to practice dallying it is to rope, because a lot of times where we lose fingers in different parts of our body like that with the rope getting caught in it, okay? This part of the video, Rodney and Omar are going to head the steer and dally off and then heel the steer and face their horses off. We'll watch this and see how well they do it. Okay, guys? Steps up and ropes the steer. He dallies, he moves off and gets ready to turn the steer. Okay, we're going to try that again. He's going to come up and try to rope the dummy. He's going to rope the dummy. He's beginning to move him on out and make a gradual turn, and then Rodney will come in and heel. Okay, and he's got the heels and he dallies and they face. Okay, good.
Okay.
Tyler Reese is going to show Jennifer Pomeroy a little bit about opening her loop up and getting ready to rope. She's never roped in her life, so she's holding a rope, not for the first time, but probably the first time where she's going to be videoed. So we'll see how they do.
Okay, so you have your rope all set together, all coiled up. The first thing you're going to do is bring your loop out to where you have just your separate loop and then your coils. Okay, so once you have that, you're going to take this and roll it backwards and feed more rope into it to make it bigger. And then you'll have your loop and then your strand like that, and you'll run your strand down about 1.5 feet, and then you can roll. If you roll your coils forward, you'll have more slack in between your hands there. There you go. Like so. Okay, now bring your hand down just a little bit further. Okay. And so you'll have your coils like this, and this in your hand, and you're ready to start swinging. Alright, now we're going to explain how to start roping the dummy if you're a beginner roper. And so your first initial movement is going to be to bring your rope forward. And now when you bring your rope forward, you're going to roll your hand over, so you're actually looking through your rope right here. And then you'll bring it back around and roll your wrist back like that. And then you'll just keep following that motion until you can see through your loop. And once you can see those horns through the loop, you're going to point at them and throw just like you're throwing at a baseball. There you go.
Dally. You dally backwards, but you got your dally. Okay. Next we have Max Henson, and Tyler Reese is going to talk to him the same basic way he did to Jennifer Pomeroy, but Max has been roping just a little bit longer. He has a little bit more skill. We'll see how well he does, and Max is a real good teacher, and he's going to help him out with it.
All right, now since Max has a little more skill here, we're going to see if he can actually rope the dummy a little more aggressive and kind of get a little snap onto his rope. And so now Max will start swinging, and he already has the basic fundamentals of his swing down. And he's going to throw, and when he throws, you can see his curl kind of come around that steer. And when your curl comes around, that helps when you're actually team roping, because you tend not to wave it off the steer as much or catch a front leg, and that's what you want when things start to get a little fast, and it'll make your handles better when you go to turn your steer off. You see his rope is tied around the horns there, and it just sets up your run a lot nicer if you can have that snappy loop.